I took magnesium L-Threonate for 30 days, and here's exactly what happened. Now, if you're new to magnesium L-Threonate, it is something that is supposed to help improve memory, help with cognitive functionality. I decided, okay, does it really do that? Will it help with my focus? Will it help with my memory? So the very first week of taking the magnesium L-Threonate, I decided to start with the recommended dosage. I think that's always a good starting point when you're going to try something new, is to just do the recommended dosage. So what they recommend here is taking 3 capsules a day. So basically 2,000 milligrams of magnesium L-Threonate, but 144 milligrams of magnesium. I'm not sure how that calculation works. So the very first week, I didn't notice any changes, and nor do I ever expect when you do take supplements. Your first week, rarely are you going to see changes unless like you're significantly deficient in something, and then you can see a drastic improvement in that. Something I always tell my patients and clients is don't expect big changes within the first week. So by the second week, I thought I had a possible slight improvement in possibly memory. Now, I wasn't 100% certain it could be this, and just things that I started to kind of noticing changes with my memory was I didn't tend to be in those moments where whenever you go on your phone or whenever you go to a computer or driving somewhere, you know, you have those ADHD moments where you'll forget something. And I noticed I was not really having those so often. And I was able to recall everything that I was doing and kind of flowing. So I saw a slight improvement that could be the possibility of magnesium L-Threonate, but it's only been 2 weeks. So what I decided to do when I moved into week 3 is to increase the dosage to see if it actually would help improve and make even a bigger change. So I increased it to 4 capsules a day to see if I could see a bigger change within the results of helping with memory and focus. And when I did that, I noticed a slight improvement in my focus, which, you know, that's always a plus. And, but it was just slight. It was just like a little bit, I didn't feel so distracted throughout the day with my work. But again, it was just a very slight, subtle improvement. So by week 4, I really just wanted to kind of up it up a lot and just see, okay, does this do what it says it does? So I just doubled the dosage of what I recommended, said 3 capsules a day. I decided, okay, let's bump it all the way up to 6 capsules a day, see if I see any changes by just increasing the amount that's recommended. So that means I was taking a total of 4,000 milligrams of magnesium L-Threonate, or roughly 300 milligrams of magnesium based off of their calculations. I'm not sure how they come up with that, but that's what it says on the bottle. Now, when I finally increased it to that amount, I did see a bigger improvement in my memory where I was not forgetting things whenever I got on my phone or whenever I was on my computer, kind of having those ADHD moments that a lot of us do have when we forget why we were going to a particular place, either on our computer or our phone, and why we were going to our phone in the first place. I wasn't having those issues frequently. So definitely I started to see some improvements from there. Also some improvements in my focus throughout the day, which I'm like, okay, there maybe is something to this, but I still had to take a high amount of the recommended dosages. So I guess maybe I just, require just a higher amount for myself than the typical person. Now, if you are looking for better ways to actually improve your focus and improve your energy, then you should download my free all-day focus and energy guide in the description below. Now, reaching up to 30 days and beyond, I was still questioning of how effective it was, because at this point, I started to notice that the memory and focus was kind of up and down, and I wasn't sure how effective really the magnesium L-Threonate was really doing. But I did notice some changes, and I did have to increase the dosage. So I do think that there is something there to this. I think it can definitely improve possibly memory and focus like it says. But anytime that I am recommending, especially when it comes to magnesium, there are certain things that I look for when I decide to choose a particular magnesium, because there's lots of different magnesiums out there. And a lot of times I'm looking at more digestive, or I'm also looking at the possibility if my patient is deficient in magnesium. If that's the case, if they're deficient in magnesium, I'm usually wanting to implement something like magnesium citrate or magnesium glycinate that are very easily absorbed. Magnesium L-Threonate, I know it's heavily focused on cognitive output. So whenever I would actually probably recommend something like magnesium L-Threonate to my patients is if they aren't deficient in something like magnesium, and then if they want to kind of increase their cognitive output of adding something additional, then yeah, I'd probably recommend something like this, because I did see a slight improvement. But overall, I think magnesium L-Threonate is definitely promising. It's something I think I will recommend on a case-by-case basis. And as far as for me, I don't know if it's enough for me to continue with it. I think there's other different supplements that have helped me give me more drastic improvement for my focus and for my memory. Like, for example, taking B vitamins. I think B vitamins is definitely something that can help that people that have focus and ADHD issues. So if you want to find out my 30-day challenge of actually taking B vitamins, then you should watch this video over here and my experience with that I think that had a much better outcome than this one. So check this video out next.